Today we are going to be doing a thrift book haul, and ironically today I think it's going to be the most expensive, smallest thrift book haul I have ever done, because you guys, would you believe me if I told you these 3 packages cost me $171. I think with the exception of college textbooks, I have never paid so much for so little when it comes to books. And you might be wondering, well, what books did you spend so much money on? If you have not guessed, they are Nancy Drew books. And you might be thinking, wait, I thought you completed your Nancy Drew book collection. And you are correct. However, there were a couple books that I got that were not the right edition that I wanted for my collection. So if you guys are familiar, in like 1959, the Nancy Drew books started getting revised, and through the 70s they were published by Gross and Dunlap in the hardback yellow spines called like the Flashlight series or whatever, and those are the ones that we know and love today that are most commonly the yellow spine hardback books. And there were a handful of those books that I had that were in the later, when they switched over to a new publisher, they were in the paperback version, and then they did an additional expansion where they did from book 57 to 64 in the yellow Flashlight versions. And there were a few paperbacks that I had in my collection that I wanted to have as the hardback books. So finally, I bit the bullet and got the rest of those books. And the reason why I was holding off for so long is because for some reason, those specific editions in the regular Nancy Drew hardback format are kind of expensive, because typically you can get those hardback yellow Nancy Drew books brand new. I think you can get them at Books A Million for around maybe like $10 or so. But I remember when I was younger buying them like in the early 2000s, you could get them from like $4 to $6 like retail, and usually for secondhand I can get them again probably about $3 to $6 per book depending on the title. But for whatever reason, this handful of books were very expensive, in my opinion, comparative to what I would typically pay for a used Nancy Drew book. So let's just get into it. Let me share with you guys the books that I got for $171. So going from least expensive to most expensive. Now this one here actually really wasn't that expensive. It was more than, you know, the typical price for like a used book of the Nancy Drew titles. Just to let you know, the actual original price on the back here was $6.99, but this one is number 64. This one is Captive Witness. This is one I know I never read, but I remember this cover very vividly from my childhood. I remember like always going to the bookstore and seeing this one, but never picking it up. I'm not sure why. Nancy's in a gorgeous dress, and that always would have appealed to me, so I'm not sure why I never read this one. So the price I paid for this one was $12.44. So like I said, not too bad, but definitely more than even like the face value of the book. And I do have the paperback version of this as well already, but I did want all of the yellow spine hardback covers, so hey, it cost me another $170, but I guess that is the price you pay for your particularities. The next one that I got, again, the face value of this book is $6.99, but this one is number 59, and this one is The Secret in the Old Lace. This one, price-wise, jumped up quite a bit. For this one, I paid $26.49 for this book. Yes, I know. Seems crazy. I kind of can't believe I did it, but I did. So now I have this one. Moving on to the next one, yet again, face value of this book was $7.99. And this one is number 58, The Flying Saucer Mystery. This one I paid $28.49. And you guys, believe me, it hurt my heart because I am a very frugal penny pincher when it comes to a lot of things. And so actually paying like, you know, 4 times the price of face value of a book for that seems kind of ridiculous, but I wanted my collection to be complete. In my mind, this was the only way to complete it. Next up, we have book number 61. This one is called The Swami's Ring, and face value of this one was $6.99, and I paid $39.89 for this book. I know, it hurts me that I paid so much for this book. I will have to say though, the condition of these are absolutely beautiful, which I would not expect anything less for that price tag, but I'm very relieved that these are brand new type of condition, and I'm very happy with that. All right, and finally, the very last book in this very small but very expensive book haul is book number 57. This one is called The Triple Hoax. Face value of this one is $5.99, and I paid a whopping $49.09 for this book. I basically paid 10 times the face value of this book. It's ridiculous. But now I feel like I have my collection completely to my liking, because now I have all of the Yellow Spine books all the way from 1 to 64, and everything else on from there are all paperback books. I haven't decided if I want to try to resell my paperback versions I have of these books or if I want to hang on to them. I will probably hang on to them at least till I finish all of those books, and then maybe I'll see if I want to sell them or not. But we'll figure that out down the line. So in the end, it was worth it for me. I know that was a crazy price to pay for 5 books, and I know a lot of people are thinking like, girl, what are you doing? I know, it was painful for me too, but now I have all of the books in the hardback collection and all of the books completely. Alright guys, so that is it for my very quick, very small, and very expensive Nancy Drew book haul, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.